It's the dream.
So basically, what the point of this is, I've been playing by myself. You can have the
Yes.
pee little basement, and I'll have the treehouse.
The little pee basement.
And this will happen every time. Every time you'll leave, and the basement and the treetop villa will get better and better.
Get higher. It will get taller and better, and then I'm just in the little pit.
It may become multiple different trees. But,
I mean, that would make sense.
Welcome back to the podcast without a name. I'm your host, Kaminari, and this is Omicron.
It really just came to my realization that we might have to refer to each other as that in this, and it feels wrong.
Yeah.
It feels very wrong, especially every time I feel like I'm being called a virus.
What? I would never do that. Personally, that's just so out of character for me. In our private lives, I would never call you a virus. I've never been mean to you. Anyway, today...
I need the receipts.
I'm about to dox you.
I'm about to end this boy.
Hold on, let me look up Discord.
Let me scroll through. Ah, yes! I found what I was looking for.
So, part 2 of the Invincible review. And because we like the shows, just to preface before we get into the critiques, because people get weird about it, we are allowed to critique things and like them at the same time. It's crazy that the more passionate you are about something, the more you're gonna notice little cracks and shit. And you're gonna want to point them out because you want it to improve.
I have a very good example of this. I've told you before of how I played a huge amount of Destiny back in the day. And as a base, I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it, but the game's an absolute piece of crap.
Yeah.
I can say that. I like the game, but it's absolute shit.
Yeah, it's like a bad movie that you become self-aware of. You like
The Room.
It. Yeah. Like
The Room
like
and
The Room.
Disaster Artist.
Yeah. I like
Disaster Artist is good.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I know they're both bad.
I like them as well.
Yeah.
They're just so much easier to actually watch for me. And Emma Stone is just way better than the original MJ.
Yeah, because MJ won't stop
We've spoken about this before. We've spoken about this before. Leave the fellas out of this.
Every 5 bloody minutes, she's just like, ah! I'm sick of it. I'm sick of her shit, man.
I'm gonna quickly. You know what? I'm gonna very quickly before we start. I'm gonna wander into your home. I must know because I need to know where my stuff. Okay. That is terrifying. I don't trust this at all. If I'm just standing on that, you would drop me without a second thought. I could just be standing here. I could just be standing right here. Knew it, bastard.
You close your eyes.
You really tried it then as well. No. I risked that as well. I easily could have missed that jump. Okay, now where? You used up a lot of diamonds, huh?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, you didn't use up a lot, but you used up some. That's a lot. Why is it only salmon? There's just.
Because I was murdering salmon.
Yeah.
I didn't fish them. I murdered them with my bare hands. Anyway, I'm going to go to Nether for this episode, and also let's get started with episode 4. Episode 4. So, do you want to take it off, or shall I?
I mean, I will just say something quickly for now. I've realised, after re-watching 4, I realised the start of it, has zero effect on anything as of yet. If they make more, then maybe it'll have an effect. Because we were introduced to the weird Egyptian-looking mummy man.
Yeah, probably a setup to something they're planning.
Because I honestly I completely forgot it even was a thing until I rewatched it. I was like, oh yeah, that kind of happened and didn't give us any more than
I don't care
the fact
about
that it
spoilers,
exists.
I looked and I'm planning to buy the comic book. I haven't seen everything, but my brain works differently where I see something and you can feel it being like a setup to something later.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah.
But I mean, it was cool. Bahor.
I did like that. It was world building, but at the same time, I can't really critique it because we don't know what it's setting up yet.
Yeah.
I will reserve it because if you just take it as what it is, it's just some weird thing that has no consequence.
Just this one dude that we don't know yet goes to some country somewhere, pays dudes off to dig and open like some kind of old Egyptianish looking vault.
Yeah.
And then resurrects some being of
Also
whatever.
Part of some sort of cult.
Yes, whatever it was, like was it like a scarab? I think that the image was. I'm pretty sure it was like of a scarab that was on his.
I don't know.
I think it was, if I remember correctly, having watched the episode only like an hour and a half ago. Again. But yeah, that's a thing. That's just like a little bit of info for later, I suppose.
Yeah.
We don't need to care about for now.
If we ever review season 2, which we probably will, considering how our trajectory of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
I'm just realizing how cringe saying that actually is.
I don't apologize, and I stand by these statements.
But in the pursuit of happiness.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm Superman.
I am the best man that could ever exist.
I don't like these liberals.
Liberals are back on the menu, boys.
Superman.
This has already gone out of hand.
Anyway.
What's going on? Oh god, yeah. Back to Invincible.
Yeah, so in my notes I have Mark's mother as B mum for Beth mum in my notes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, wasn't because I couldn't spell her name. That was
Debbie.
I can't spell Debbie. What do you take me for?
What? That's. You know what? I was about to say it's a really easy name to spell, but I mean...
yeah, bitch. Yeah, say it. It's easy.
Yeah, it is pretty easy.
Yeah, weird tangent, but it will last like couple seconds. Because I have like a learning thing, and I realized it's like all learning is fucked for me. I now am pissed whenever someone says, "Why can't you remember someone's pronouns? It's so easy to learn this." And now I'm like, motherfucker, everything's difficult for me to learn. If you tell me something's easier to learn, I'm gonna fucking cut your nuts off. I'll swear to fucking God. It was just, Anyway, moving on. Yeah, that was my little trigger. That was like, woo!
Yeah, a little joke of which has evolved into a preface.
Yeah, like it's just like, who are you?
Oh, everything's okay.
If you close
Everything's
your
good.
eyes.
It's gonna be okay. Oh, God.
Anyway, so in my notes I have B mum is sus of
Wait, hold on. I think I actually have that, but slightly further down. I think I have that in here somewhere. I definitely do. I remember writing that.
Yeah, I did
do
do paragraphs
later.
this time. I went full on just take the piss. We're gonna elaborate, so there's no point.
Oh yeah, my literal in my third line is Debbie more sus. like Like, I mean,
Yeah, she be sussing.
she do be sussing though.
Yeah.
She's picking up the pieces and seeing what's happening
Yeah.
here. Especially after Olga breaks down.
Yeah, Olga be breaking down.
Because, I mean, you gotta say, like, she's just not in a good way.
She's jaded because even her logic of all superheroes lie is kind of like, well, that's not exactly.
It's
how
in
that
this
works,
in this scenario, kind of true though.
No, because in terms of like he would lie in situations where you would probably have a fucking breakdown. So it's not like she's making it seem like he just lies in second nature. He probably, weighs out the option. It's a lot more simple than he's superhero, he lied. Like, relax. Just like chill. Just
Is that your attempt at a Russian accent, by the
No,
way?
it's my I don't know, accent to say things.
Okay, understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know what it was. It came out of me. It possessed
But yeah, you can understand where she's coming from though, at least.
I
with that
can
statement.
I can understand where she's coming from, but she's wrong.
And you can empathise.
oh, sure, yeah.
Damn, dude.
Look, she's not. Her grief isn't real.
You're not allowed to be sad
Yeah.
because your
No. She isn't real.
partner died.
No. She isn't real. Therefore, I don't have to empathize with her grief.
I'm gonna just leave that there.
Just to clarify, I'm less of a monster because she isn't real. I'm still a monster. It's just, in a fictional setting. So that makes it better.
Absolutely. I don't see how any of these statements could be taken as evil.
Look, I'm self-aware, so it's fine.
Being self-aware that you're a bad person doesn't make you a better person.
Yeah, it does. I'm not saying that like, ooh, sadness. Oh, don't feel bad for her. I'm just saying in this when she's making definitive statements about the superhero life, I'm gonna say something. Maybe that's my wacky tobacco brain just not giving a fuck. But like,
Wacky tobacco. Oh god. Anyway, can you sleep?
I'm in the nether.
Oh, actually, that's fine then. I can sleep and it'll work.
But and also only 10% of people need to sleep on this server. You stupid.
Someone needs to though, and you literally will explode if you try to sleep.
Yeah, then sleep, bitch.
I just did. Bitch.
Good,
Anyway.
bitch. Anyway.
And there was after that whole thing, you start to notice that Omniboy he's becoming a bit harsh, just like with the things he randomly says every now and then.
What do you mean?
He starts to come out a lot harsher, like when he's talking about like how
I thought you were talking about Mark because you called him Omni
No.
Boy.
no, I'm not.
Little Omni baby, little Omni boy.
Well, I can't remember the exact words that were said, but throughout there's multiple occasions where he's speaking to Debbie, and he's just kind of an arse.
Yeah, he's like, he goes full on like.
It just starts to happen more and often where he's like, he must do what I say.
Mimi man, Mimi strong, Mimi. Bitch, shut the
Mimi
fuck up.
alpha, Mimi alpha, betas listen. And it just seems to happen more and often.
Knowing all what happens later, that is just the Viltrumite.
Yeah, they just kind of go sicko mode.
They just be like, oh, Mimi strong, Mimi best.
But yeah, it's just you slowly see him from being like the slightly overprotective dad. Yeah.
I think it's that what's it called? It's like from a human's perspective, he's a fucking monster. But
Yeah,
from
because he's
like
trying to turn Mark into him, basically.
Yeah, but when you look at, I don't know, because you still know that at the base he at least loves them to some degree. It's like it's a weird kind of situation because they are kind of borderline indestructible. So that's probably gonna come with some like harshness to how he conducts himself,
Possibly.
So it just makes it a bit confusing for me personally because I'm like, I don't want to completely condemn it, but also it is kind of a bit fucky wucky because he is also part fragile, feeble little fleshy human boy.
But actually, I don't think it's actually mentioned yet in these. I think it's later on, but it's worth knowing.
What the percentage of Viltrumite Mark is?
Well, no, because it was basically like, I remember the boy says, yes, you're half human, but Viltrumite blood is so strong, you're basically 100% Viltrumite.
Yeah.
So he basically isn't human, basically.
I mean, yeah,
That's that.
Yeah, basically.
Mark is not human.
Yeah, he was human until he got his powers.
Yes.
Then the Viltrumite DNA bullied.
Just took over.
And went, bitch, I'm in charge now.
Bitch where? Time to move on.
I would put it at about like an 8, considering they're like the power, the difference between them and like their experiences. I would put it at about like 80%. That's just me guessing though.
What do you mean 80%?
I think he's 8% Viltrumite, and then the rest is human.
Okay.
Because I feel like because of however this works, considering it's like in Dragon Ball Z where what's it called, humans can fuck with Saiyans. It's like one stronger, but it's like they are cut from the same cloth. Like one is like an offshoot of the same species. So I assume that because he's human, that kind of helps the thing of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because they look so similar.
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
how,
kind of, yeah.
What's called in GT Saiyans, even if you're 1/16th of a Saiyan, you can still go Super Saiyan no problem.
Hmm.
And your human cells clearly don't give a fuck. It's like a level of like, clearly this is very compatible.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take that. Yeah. Okay, picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just something I think is worth having the knowledge of. But yeah. And oh god, I remember after the whole sus thing, I realised I've got another trigger word written here.
What?
I've just written Mark kinda simp.
Yeah.
And yeah, he kind of do be simping.
When he goes on his date with her, he immediately wants to buy her something, and can't because he's poor.
Little broke bitch.
Yeah, little broke man, little broke boy, little money no having boy. Anyway, and so then, yeah, he buys some rice separator. Who's he wants it, and then, oh yeah, the Mars mission thing when he gets back and he agrees to go, and he's like, I want to stay. Things are going really well with Amber. And
It is kind of like a little bit like, are they really my guy?
yeah, bro, it's been like a week. Relax. Like,
Chill the hell out, my boy.
This is really intense for like high school.
Honestly, I have seen that does happen.
No, I'm not saying
it is very much.
I'm not saying
a
it
real
doesn't
thing.
happen. I'm saying this is a problem. This is a high school problem. I know it happens, and I'm saying that shit ain't good. That shit don't go well.
Bro, like it's just kind of like you get this one thing, and it's like, hey, I want all of my time to be put into this because I want it to work.
Yeah, these are relationships that don't last.
But it probably never will.
Yeah.
It most likely will never work, but you don't think like that when you're at that point, because you're on top of the world.
Yeah.
You're like, I got this.
Yeah.
Even if
Mimi
you
with PP.
really don't. Yeah, you do indeed think with the PP.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is kind of. It's just how it is.
How it be though.
You just go PP brain.
Yeah. Big PP brain. Even if you small PP, you still big PP brain.
God's sake. I mean, there's a whole before that. There's a whole little bits of story crap that happens.
Yeah.
Like we saw before the blue boys were helped to escape from the Pentagon, I suppose.
I was
And
right. Robot was working alone. Fuck you, bitch.
He was. I had it wrong.
Yeah, kneel
Okay.
before my mighty wisdom and foreknowledge.
Again, this is something people need to acknowledge more. People are allowed to be wrong.
Yeah. Also, I'm right.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to be a little bitch when when you're right and someone else is wrong.
Bow before my superior knowledge. Even
Literally
though I cheated, even though I cheated, I have the power of foreknowledge.
Power of foresight.
I knew what was going to happen, so I immediately was like, yeah, maybe he's working alone. But at the same time, I still felt that the scenes showed that like this is clearly him working alone. Because if Cecil knew, Cecil's not going to randomly let supervillains roam just because Robot wants to do shit.
I mean, honestly, from like for like a lot of this, I have been kind of like, see, he's kind of just do his own thing.
Yeah.
I don't really know where his brain is at right now, so I kind of wanted to just leave it open to the possibility that he could just be an absolute madman.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I'm at a 20% fuck Cecil level because
okay,
from what I've seen of him, no, he'd be a shady dude. Just because Omni-Man sucks doesn't mean he gets off scot-free. He a bitch too, and even he acknowledges it.
yeah, he kind of hates himself.
Yeah, that's pretty relatable. Anyway.
I really don't want to have to just leave that there.
Move it on.
But,
Move it on.
Yeah, because we see Robot, Blue Boys. Oh yeah, because one of the Blue Boys died when they were escaping.
Yeah, died
and
got murdered.
He got completely destroyed.
Yeah, he got murdered.
So the one that was left builds another cloning machine out of random stuff he finds in a warehouse. Which I mean,
tape and silly string.
Yeah. Which honestly, good job, fella.
Oh,
What a guy.
what a guy.
What an absolute legend. So that was
What is a man?
that,
What has he got?
oh yeah, and we had the little meeting between Mr. Omni-Man and Damien.
Yeah. Where Omni-Man be kind of
saying,
I'm pretty sure
leave.
he's the imposter, yeah.
Yeah, it seems pretty obvious at this point.
Yeah.
And Damien knows. He knows what's happened.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? Just leave my family alone. Whatever.
Yeah.
Don't you dare
touch my
do that
spaghetti.
shit. Yeah. That. And we get, because I think there's a little bit of like inkling towards the new Guardians being not absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
Because
Good for them.
I mean, like Rex and Monster Girl kind of vibe.
Yeah, fuck
They
Rex,
actually
but, you
kind
know.
of vibe together.
Yeah,
he
to be fair, I'm
can
pretty
die in a
sure
hole,
it's
but-
because they're both assholes. One is just more of an asshole than the other asshole.
One's just more obvious.
Yeah. No, Monster Girl is an asshole, but she's like Tony Stark level asshole, where she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. You beat the shit out of him there, that's Gucci. I forgive you. I know you're going through a lot. Rex has no fucking excuse. Because even anything that's happened, even if we're gonna go like down the childhood route or wherever the fuck, the problem is that he clearly grew into this. It's not like he was just like, if he was just like, haha, quirky dickhead, yup. Nah, but he's just a prick.
Well, I mean, yeah, even previously Eve said he wasn't always like this.
Yeah, but you know, that doesn't matter to me because I hate his guts.
Because he is now.
Yeah.
Because he's an arse now.
Yeah, there's a specific way to do it, and that ain't it. That ain't it, my guy.
That's just not the way to do.
Yeah, be better.
Yeah, and we get the little bit of a teaser in there as well. We see Mr. Robot Boy seems to take a blood sample from Rexy Man.
And I I support Robot in all his endeavors. Fuck Rex. Even though it's fucked, I hate Rex that much.
that much that you'll just say, yeah, someone can steal your DNA.
Yeah, I wrecked his body. I don't give a
Oh, Jesus. This is where we're at, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus. But yeah. I mean, like, that kind of makes sense.
I don't
Oh,
condone
and
this
then
behavior, but I support it. What?
but just before the Mars mission, we get another little harshness of Omni-Man scene where man almost murders Cecil.
Yeah. And you know what?
He almost just sort of murders this man.
You should have done it.
Wait, sorry,
I'm
what?
joking. I'm joking.
Sorry? Sorry?
No, to be fair, you know, it seems like from other things we've seen, might have been doing the world a favor. But anyway, also might have been putting the world in massive danger. But you know, that's the dichotomy of Cecil.
Well, yeah, that is his kind of thing. He's a bad guy. Well, no, he's the good guy that does the stuff that he's the guy in the middle that does the stuff the good guy isn't doesn't want to do.
He's
or can't
perfectly in
do.
the middle. He's both good for the world and terrible for the world. He's moving the world forward and setting it back decades.
I wouldn't say he's setting it back.
Only in terms of morality, fuck yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't.
No, you know what I'm getting at. Without him, things would be worse.
Wacky.
But yes, now we move on to the Mars mission. We can move on to the Mars mission, which I think is pretty cool. Though it's weird that when they're all discussing not going, he's like, "But how do I breathe in space?" And the man just says, "Well, you just don't breathe." And I was like, "Huh?"
Considering their Viltrumite, I assume he's basically saying you can hold your breath.
Hold your breath, yeah.
Like, so whenever they fight in space, it seems like they aren't fighting for long. And even when they do get hit and stuff, they're just like, I don't know what it is, but I basically assume for any strong species, including eyeball man, breathing in space ain't no biggie.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Different species might actually not breathe.
Yeah, the weaker ones.
At least oxygen.
Yeah.
So you can't really tell.
I'm going
aspect.
to assume that they're doing the MCU thing or just the comic book thing, and everyone be breathing oxygen and that.
Yeah, which is kind of stupid, but
I mean, to be fair, I don't think it's stupid because it avoids the headache of this person needs this type of gas and this person needs this type of gas, because it's like I don't give a fuck after a certain point and it becomes annoying.
Okay.
Because imagine you're sitting there and one person has a helmet where they have green gas and the other person has oxygen, a helmet where they have yellow gas, and that's how everyone is, and they just look all stupid. It fucks the aesthetic to some degree.
I mean, I suppose.
I feel
kind
of. Rick and Morty did it better, where they had that shrimply pimples guy, where most of the oxygen most of the gas he had on his planet was heroin or some shit. So he needs a certain amount of it every once in a while, but there was still oxygen there, so it was a bit of a mix.
Well, yeah, I guess it could be they breathe something else, but it's also in the atmosphere. It works. But yeah, I feel like that was just something worth mentioning, because I was kind of like, oh, okay, fair enough, but that's bit of a pog champeroo.
Yeah.
I hate that I just said that. Anyway.
Pogaroo, champeroo. You're the one who came up with that bitch. You're not living it down. You have to deal with the consequences of your actions.
Right, so speaking of consequences of your actions, that's definitely something that's eventually going to happen since the Mars mission happened.
Oh yeah, yuck.
Because Boy kind of causes the downfall of the Martians.
No, technically humans did that, because Mark stayed out of it until the end.
Well, no, but... Right, so, context. Mars mission happens, Mark sent to keep them safe, just in case Martians cause an issue. they get there, fine. The astronauts are putting about on Mars' surface. There's Mark just being a simp, looking at pictures of Amber the whole time. Falls asleep, and now they've disappeared.
Yeah.
One imbecile.
Okay, yeah, in that point, yeah.
Absolute imbecile.
I mean, he fucked up, but the reason the Martians are fucked is because they weren't willing to work with Mark. The only reason Mark did what he did is because they were going to execute them.
Yes, but I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I'm saying there are going to be consequences.
I'm just saying the Martians had it coming.
Okay, well, I'll finish what I'm saying, and then we'll decide whether they had it coming or not.
Yeah, go ahead. You go.
So yeah, he follows tracks to some weird Mars tunnel, whatever, and there's these weird brain tentacle-looking things in there that are just kind of like flopping about, doing a whole load of nothing. You kind of be flopping about, and he gets kind of captured by Martians that were like hiding as pretending to be rocks because they can, shapeshift and the such, as you do.
They are copies of DC Martian.
Okay, thank you for that information. I was unaware.
They're just DC Martians with extra steps. But
Okay.
they're not Young Justice Martians because those are ugly ones. Anyway, you were saying?
Okay, but yeah, so he gets taken to their leader, the Martian king dude boy. He just kind of exists. He has a big cloak. It's pretty cool. And the astronaut boys are there, and we find out that the weird brain tentacle things are called sequids.
Oh yeah, that's
And
cool.
if they are one of them's able to take a host, then they would actually be able to communicate and take over entire worlds.
Yeah.
Which they have done, which they did before, and that's how they got to Mars. They crash landed on a ship, and now they're just there.
Yeah.
So that's why, because of their shape shifting, blah 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 blah, they can't. They're immune basically.
I mean, they're like half immune. They're only immune if they can.
If they shift during it. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They have to activate their resistance ability, essentially. They don't just have built-in immunity like Mark seems to.
Yeah, which is
Because he be
fun.
Viltrum, and Viltrum's bullshit.
Their cells do be kind of going crazy. But yeah, because they get captured and whatever, and they're like, hey, we're gonna, to make sure that our entire race doesn't get obliterated, we're gonna kill these humans.
Yeah, and that seems
To
like
protect ourselves.
just a step too far.
Honestly, it's put yourself in their shoes, it's very much not.
Oh, I am. But put it this way. If you are willing to work with these people, you could, I don't know, have a way to eradicate the threat and not just, yeah, we're going to kill these guys. We could just keep them down here for a certain amount of time and figure out a way to eliminate the threat. But no, murder. Because if they weren't so gung-ho, they wouldn't have needed to rush, and they wouldn't be in the predicament they were in. Because you're thinking of the quickest solution rather than a practical solution that ends the threat permanently. Instead of just putting a shitty band-aid on that also means that you may have people who, I don't know, Earth having a giant grudge on you for killing their people. It has more downsides than you think.
Yeah, but I mean, you could make an argument for the decision being made out of fear.
Oh, I'm saying fair. I'm saying meaningless because it's a stupid decision.
Stupid decisions are still decisions.
That doesn't mean anything. You just said nothing. I'm saying that the stupid decision could lead to more harm than just your face gets taken over.
Well, that's what they went for, so there you go.
You can't. This isn't an argument. You can't just be like, "Well, this happened." That's not an argument. That's just a weird, shitty thing.
Oh no! What you're basically what you're saying is, yeah, tons of people died in World Wars.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in a crisis situation, you need to be able to make decisions that won't get you fucked later. Yes, you have a crisis where you need to fix, where you need to like protect your people, but if you also have neighbors in a planetary scale that have enough means to hurt a Viltrumite. So you need to get your shit together and think this shit through.
Well, to be fair, they don't know what Viltrumites are.
No, they do, because when Mark says, of course, he says, oh, you know what we are? He said, of course we do.
Yeah, but he looked at the dude behind him and was like, They were lying.
Okay, no, the like head dude does, but the other.
I swear he didn't. I got the impression that he had absolutely no clue
Your
what
impression is
Viltrumites were.
meaningless to me because I'm right. Anyway.
That whole like thought process is why our world sucks right now. It's why people suck.
Yeah, but what's good? What I was saying. Yeah, I mean, purely because how the Viltrumites are described later on, there was no way you don't know what they are. Because the way he said it and Mark didn't question any further. But yeah.
I mean, yes, but I think it's probably pretty safe to assume, since Earth has no idea what Viltrumites are, they probably aren't in the system.
Okay. Yeah, but okay, my point is that if there's an unknown planet with unknown technology and unknown ways to fuck you up, that killing some of their people to save your own, when knowing one of the people sent is like can like fly and all this shit and can fuck you guys up, seems like a bad idea, because he can fly and go send reinforcements. You could end up starting a war rather than just protecting yourself, is all I'm saying.
Yes, at the end of the day, their decision was stupid. I'm not saying you're wrong on that.
No, yeah, that's my point. In a scenario where you're like some sort of like leader, you need to make smart decisions that won't fuck you in the anus later. That's my point.
Probably, yes.
Not that they are not allowed to make this, or I don't understand why they made the decision. Still, since it's a stupid ass decision, I elected to ignore it. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, so they just ran away.
Yeah, they're basically the government in the first Avengers.
I don't really remember any of this.
You make me sad. Everything you do is make me sad.
I'm so sorry. I don't care. Anyway, yeah. So they run away, get on the plane, well, spaceship, blah blah blah, and they get away, of course. But I mean, they have to. And it seems that someone was left behind, and I don't really know how that worked.
Basically, they was in such a rush that they didn't do us. You can see it, like, as they start doing all of the schematic shit, and then they freak out and just leave. So they clearly forgot to do a head count. I mean, that's
I forgot to check how many of them there were to begin with, and then when they get back, it's like, hey, yeah, they returned safe and whatever. But I was like, but I swear someone just got left behind. Are we not going to mention that?
I mean,
is no one are we just gonna pretend that never happened?
Yeah, they just escaped with their lives, so they're probably not like all.
Well, no, but this is after they've got back, and like it's like the news channel saying, "Yeah, we made it back safe and sound." So I'm like,
I mean,
no, they haven't.
Cecil's good at covering shit up, so that's if they know someone died. So I'm not gonna immediately go, yeah, the news are just gonna know all of this information because Cecil exists. I'm not gonna make that assumption.
But yeah, anyway, but back to what we were. The boy's left behind, and we see the Sequids ravage Mars, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
But there was also there was a little bit of worry going on in the cockpit before as they were escaping Mars. We saw the two dudes at the back. One of them was kind of just like looked completely out of it, which could have just been down to the stress of being captured by aliens and almost killed.
Yeah.
Or something else.
Could be ending up on
Yes,
These
and we
ones are just trying to be
see.
more covert.
Yeah, we take an angle, and that's probably because there is now a host. They're actually able to be smart.
Yeah.
Because we see also
And from the
on
looks of it,
the
they
other
have-
one's
Yeah,
suit.
Yeah.
Inside the American flag, you see like the colors move
Yeah.
from one side to the other. It's like, oh, hello there, big boy,
Yeah.
vibing in there. But that might possibly be something that happens later on. Who knows? Who knows? Whether it's season 2 or not? Who knows? Just things that occur. That would be pretty cool to see if anything could be done about that, because they seemed pretty wham. But yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah. And then so that kind of ends that with you'll see that later. Don't worry, bro. And then
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mom just gives Amber a Mars rock, like a little synth boy.
Oh, and before he went to Mars, he bought her the expensive gift.
Oh yeah, whatever that big chest was or something.
like a fucking simp. Just to clarify here, he didn't buy it because he was broke, and then bought it anyway, just so he wouldn't leave for 2 weeks.
Like, if you really feel like you need to like
buy
give
shit,
her, buy her
won't leave.
trust.
Bro, that's a problem. You have a problem.
There's something wrong with
healthy. That's not good. But I digress. So
Not do whatever he wants,
Yeah.
you know. There's a few other little bits scattered in about that aren't like huge story stuff.
yeah. So Debbie
From here.
do be being a bit suspicious.
It's sussy. Debbie
So-
getting sussy.
So Omni-Man and her, they do a bit of chatting, and then they end up going on a date to like somewhere, and they talk about
It looked like Italy or Spain.
yeah, they expand their history, and you find out that like Omni-Man basically was such a prick that she almost didn't go out on another date with him because he basically walks around like he was a Greek god. And then she essentially says she's gonna trust him, and then he's like, "Oh, really happy," even though there's a monster invading, and he's like, "Well, let Cecil do it. You know, I'm on a date with my lovely wife." But you can tell that you can tell it means a lot to him, but at the same time, you can tell there's something more. There's more to why he's happy about this than just
his wife
his wife.
accepting him.
Than just his wife.
My wife. Let's say.
And then I think the last main bit, because the other things is like kind of like you need to watch it to really enjoy it, is Omni-Man ends up framing Devil Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is quite interesting.
And then you find out Cecil knows it's Omni-Man, but still
But
has
he
to
needs to exercise,
yeah,
Damien.
still see this guy's. You know what, Damien? I get that you're not doing this, but I told you to let it go, bitch. So I'm gonna have to exercise you. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
So we're gonna have to rebuild this book that you destroyed, so that
Yeah.
you can never die.
yeah, technology
now-
is a whiz, ain't it? You're gonna die, bitch. Then,
Goodbye, player. He gone.
he gone.
Damien gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gone.
And then episode 5, and
Which is a bit of a movement. I feel like away. It has a slightly different feel.
yeah, because this is a 3-month skip. Eve had in the other episode had like a fight with her parents.
Oh yeah, they kind of they.
Her
really-
dad is an arsehole, but it's because he doesn't want his daughter to, you know, die being a
Die,
superhero.
yeah.
So as much as it's like she's frustrated, I can't completely take her side because she's essentially ignoring her dad while he
Yeah, but that's a very,
while he
like,
wants to
teen
keep
thing
his
to do,
daughter safe
though.
from death. Like,
Yeah, that is a very like 17-year-old
yeah,
teen thing to do.
yeah. But it's weird how much the show like ignores him and makes it seem like he's just being unreasonable.
It does paint him as the bad guy,
Yeah.
absolutely. And in the grand scheme of things, they kind of are,
Yeah,
but it's not as bad as it's made
the
to
problem
be.
is that he's essentially
He tries to force her, basically,
he tries
is the
to
only
force her
problem.
to like stay in shitty scenarios, but none of this would be a thing if he didn't give a shit. Like if he didn't care, he would just be like, oh yeah, be a superhero, die. I don't care. Like go for it, bitch. Like he doesn't do that.
Yeah, he just can't. He can't really. He just wants her to be safe.
Yeah.
Like that's the.
And you can't fault him for that.
No. That you can't fault him for. Trying to control, being really quite controlling. Yes, you can.
Being a dick. Yeah,
Though this is also where we actually get to see more about Eve's powers, and damn, she kind of OP.
Yeah, she
like
basically
genuinely
can shape the world, the sky, and sea to her whims in her general area.
I already liked her powers, like when I didn't really know what they were, but now I'm kind of conflicted on it because that seems almost too good. If you know what I mean.
Here's why I don't like her powers, but I also don't think they're a big deal because they're all centered around how she's essentially like a Green Lantern, but with like atoms, like to a specific degree. She needs to control all of this, and she needs to be consciously aware of all of this shit. And if she isn't, she's fucked. So it's all based on her own human like cognition and perspective on anything. So if someone like shoots an arrow and it's going too fast, she's dead. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant that she can shape the world and see, because if she's not fast enough, she's fucked. She still has like human limitations because she still has a human brain.
Well, that would make sense. It's not really like we're not given that idea yet, but that would make sense if that was the case. But yeah, I just quite like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm even neutral at the moment because she took Amber's fucking shine. But you know, it's fine because you know she's allowed to make her own decisions, even the wrong ones. Anyway.
Oh god.
Yeah, what was I? Yeah, so Eve essentially goes to larking about being all super and that, trying to save people and like living in a treehouse and shit.
She built in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, she's basically super hippie, except like less cringe. She's like if a hippie was like just not annoying. That's basically what.
Yeah, she actually like did stuff. I mean, this kind of like is her like whole like spirit quest kind of thing, trying to find out what she wants to do and whatever.
Yeah, she's trying to like.
Which is very hippie.
Yeah.
But it does. Fair play.
She's not wrong. She can literally go back and do. She can do life whenever she wants. And also, she kind of doesn't need money when she can, you know.
Just make whatever she wants out there now.
If she really wanted to, she could make money, but the difference is she'd be arrested in seconds. So why not live in the forest, you know?
Yeah. Just make your own food and just kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Which just makes sense. Then we have that half, and then we have the Titan side of this episode, which is the main part.
The Titan, did you say?
Titan. That's his name.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I could not remember the dude's name for like quite a while, so I had to like skip forward to the part where he actually says what it is. Who we have seen before, right at the start, as a villain, and he is a villain. That's that.
Is that the one where he got? No, not the concussion guy. Who's he watching?
He like makes a layer of like stone around himself.
Oh yeah. This is the one where Mark gets a dose of reality.
Yeah, he gets he gets a bit messed up.
Yeah, I mean, even before that, he basically he gets the small perspective rather than just saving the planet perspective, which I think is good to flesh out because you see how the world is like. You get a good sense of world building without it being like forced. It like seems like a natural progression of hero-ness. Because and also you know Omni now, so you're not gonna give a fuck. Like he's an entirely big picture dude. You're not gonna get that dude being like, oh, we gotta save the trees and the ocean, because he's just like, well, I can just fix the oceans when they fuck up. He doesn't seem like the type to care too much about a problem when it's only
not having an effect.
Yeah, only
yet,
sort
please.
of becoming a problem rather than just
Yeah, so we have this Titan boy seems to be going after all these gangs
yeah, he'd be rocking
and
around.
absolutely ruining dudes.
Yeah, but also he seems to be some sort of like nice human.
Yeah, because like he isn't like just killing people for no reason. If he can let someone go, he will.
Yeah, but he also will drop people.
But he also will drop kick you into oblivion,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
yeah,
Because like there was one point where he was dangling a dude over the side of a building, asking for money. He takes his wallet out of his pocket, sees a picture of his family, and gives him more time.
yeah.
Like that's the kind of dude this person is.
Yeah, he'd be very human.
He's pretty human, and we can respect this boy for doing that kind of thing.
He's only human after all.
And he it seems one of his like missions from his boss was to retrieve some sort of chip.
Yeah, Robot Boy wanted his chip.
Good old machine head,
Yeah,
who is his cram boss,
bastard.
absolute bitch main.
Little
But you know,
baby now, little bitchy boy.
it is what he does.
Yeah.
We out here, it's fine.
So then
So-
he gets a chip. He gets a robot.
He gets high,
He gets a robot gasm after he
inserts it into his head.
Yeah.
head.
He starts
He
feeling,
goes, holy shit.
he starts feeling the good, the beat boot good. And then he basically just decides, you know what? I know we had a deal, but like, fuck.
Yeah, I know that
I know what your
after
family
you've done,
looks
I was gonna let you out. I was gonna let you out of this world. Nope, you're too good. I can't let you go.
You're too good at what you do, bro. So like, I'm gonna have to keep you around because I know where your family lives, dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has a wife and kid. That's
Yeah.
probably worth mentioning.
Basically, it boils down to I am a piece of, and also his daughter might be sick, or
We
might be
don't
sick
know
at
she
the
might be.
moment. From the looks of it, it's like it's not. It seems like whatever he's paying for is helping her, because she doesn't. She's not. She's very clearly not dying, but she's also very clearly not solid. You know, it seems
Yeah.
a bit up in the end. So I am assuming that she's just like poorly, and if they had dollar bills, she wouldn't be by now.
Yeah.
At least. But
That would
anyway, what was so Mark sets up a plan with Cementman.
Alright.
Yeah, Cement Boy. Because you're made of cement. You're not relaxed, not tired. Relax, buddy. Sorry to tell you this, but like, it's a little cringe. But anyway, they like to invade the Who's Watches and shit. So they do, and then they realize, oh no, the Robot Boy had a little chip installed that little playman gave him. So he now has some sort of like some quantum physics level of like foresight, so he can predict every possibility and plan accordingly.
Well, a number of possibilities. I'm not sure if it's every, but he can see a number of them.
Yeah, he can at least see all the likely ones. He can't see all of them, but he essentially, oh, this exists and this is a factor. So this, blah blah blah.
Wishy-washy timey-wimey, you know?
Basically take any whenever you've watched a Riddler make a really smart plan, imagine that, but it's like a machine that can do it within seconds without trying. Or like
Yeah,
their
basically.
parents, or becoming an orphan, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and for some reason, it wasn't really the smartest plan. It just burst in the door,
Yeah,
basically.
he just bought some people, and then, you know.
Yeah, Machine Head, just, honestly, the Tiger Dude, absolute maniac,
Yeah, fuck that
absolute G. No, but he's hella, like, crazy.
guy. Look, I can understand someone hella crazy and still not love them.
Yeah, that's fair. I thought it was pretty cool, and had a cool design.
He has a cool design. I just wouldn't go for a drink with him. I wouldn't be friends with him. You know?
Oh no, all he wants to do is fight strong people. I definitely wouldn't want to sit down with a fight with him.
Yeah. He's
No, I
too
don't.
far dick. He's
But-
like Bakugo level for it, you know? I can't.
Yeah, but he's such an OG that Mark gets completely obliterated.
Yeah, Mark gets.
He destroys him.
And this is the part where I
Then-
mentioned where Amber's like doubting him still. After
Oh yeah, because this was the time where he was supposed to be going to the whatever that center with her to help give struggling people food and whatever. And Eve's there and whatever, and he's like, "Oh, where are you?"
Yeah,
And he's literally dying.
yeah. Which is like one of my problems with it is like he has never once afforded the benefit of the doubt throughout his entire journey. And yes, you don't see 3 months, but the problem is that you need to see Amber being generous to understand her being pissed, because so far she just hasn't been, even with the small stuff. So it doesn't come across like Mark is being a dick. It comes across like Amber has unreasonable expectations already from the get-go, and this is just Mark is just making it worse by being a hero.
Yeah, because I can't remember if I remember this being. I can't remember at what point this was said, but it is during these episodes that she does say, "I've been through this before. I won't do it again." So
Yeah.
there's trauma there.
Yeah, but
There's past trauma there that's probably part of what's causing
But the
her to
problem
be
is
so
that
iffy.
yeah, she's like leading with her trauma, not leading
Yeah.
with, this is another good human being, not your shitty ex. Which I feel like is the thing people miss. They just like, Amber did nothing wrong, or Amber was great until this episode, because no, she was very like high strung with Mark, and just like it came across like he had no leeway or like way to get out, because she's looking for reasons to leave.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like she wants to be with him, but then it's also like, you know what? No,
Yeah.
like she can't make up her damn mind.
Which is what some people do when they have been burned before. But the problem is that,
And typically when they're young as well.
yeah, but the problem is with that is the fact that the show doesn't treat Amber like she's a human who's also failing to like be reasonable. They treat her like she's the victim of Mark's bullshit. Which,
Yeah, but it's not bullshit. He's a hero. That's what he does.
I mean, not even that. Even if you're taking his lies into account, he basically is a dickhead for prioritizing like his responsibilities over his personal life, and is not good at communicating. Like this,
Which is kind of what a responsibility is, though. It has to come first.
not even that. Like all it would take is the show acknowledging Amber's being a bit like shitty and just having her
Kind of a bitch.
speak to him like a human being, and not just tell him off and go, no, naughty boy.
No, be better.
We be good. I'm sick of your shit, Mark. No. Just like relax. Chill it, love. But yeah. So from the looks of it, I feel like yes, he's been flaky, but like he's still been consistent. He's still been consistent. He's still been trying, and also it's been 3 months. So this is not like this doesn't feel like something you would like bring up as a critique this early on in a relationship. This feels like I'm having some concerns that you're not gonna be there for me. This can be solved with a conversation like adults kind of situation, not playing the blame game and only.
But again, they're not adults, and that kind of doesn't help with this.
No, but here's the problem: is they're dealing with adult shit. They're kids, but like the show is showing that they're dealing with like global shit and like and having to constantly weigh adult things. And this is like nothing in terms of adulting. So you could just have a conversation. And Mark is willing to do that, which is the problem. Like, if they were just stupid kids and they were making mistakes, fine. It's the fact that the show acknowledges that they should have a conversation, and Mark is willing to have that conversation. But the problem is somebody doesn't want to have that conversation. Because somebody's a little piece of shit.
Actually, yeah, throughout this entire thing, Mark's always the one saying, "I'll be better." She never says that.
Yeah, she's never once acknowledged it.
She's never once acknowledged that she could be better than she is.
Yeah.
She is what she is, and that's what you get.
Yeah. Whereas Mark needs to do all the changing. Convenient, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's been brought to my attention. I'm questioning things.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. So all that shit happened, and then
Yeah, Mark was getting messed up. Guardians turn up. They also get absolutely messed up because they're still useless.
Yeah. But then
Yeah, Monster Girl almost dies, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Samson almost dies as well.
Yeah.
Mark's got a giant hole in his chest.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see how anything went wrong. And they quote unquote won.
Oh yeah, because the other Guardians got their shit together and like fucked shit up, and everyone except Tiger Boy ran away with their tail between their legs.
Yeah.
So they won in terms of like the hit villains were the ones running away like little bitches.
But yeah, I'm not sure if I could count that as a win.
It's not a win. It's just that it was they succeeded in taking down the big bad, but it's not a win in terms of a fight. But the goal was achieved.
Yeah.
The robot boy got his chip removed by Cecil.
Yeah. By Cecil.
Yeah, Cecil just shows up, pops his face open, and takes out the chip.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Again.
And then Clayface takes over as the new Kingpin.
Titan.
Yeah. Black Kingpin takes over.
Which is interesting.
Oh yeah, Brown Pin takes over. So yeah, I'm never gonna say his name.
I hate you. I hate that. I don't.
You don't like Brown
appreciate
Pin?
Oh my god. This dude.
Look, I could say worse, but we're on YouTube, so you know.
I'll just leave that there. Whatever you want to do with it, it's there. Moving on!
Moving on to episode 6!
How do you feel so far? How do you feel after episode 5?
Everything is great except Amber.
I feel like we're in a similar position.
Yeah. Like, yeah, all of the shit that's happened, the fact that we're able to discuss it, and the fact that we are arguing over the semantics of a civilization we've only seen like 10 people of.
Well,
like
2 examples of actual people.
Yeah, but also I feel like it's indicative of a solid show when we're arguing over the politics of a bunch of Martians we've barely seen.
Yeah, true.
I feel like the fact that we have separate opinions over this complicated issue says a lot, and it shows that it's showing things that could be quite nuanced, which I think is really fucking good. Oh yeah, I turned off PvP. I was about to punch you in the face.
Oh, I literally don't even have my tab open.
Cringe.
Oh, did you push me in here?
No.
You bastard.
Anyway, so episode 6. Debbie gets a bit of a cheeky suspicion again. Bit of that old
As
classic.
it's gradually getting more and more sussy.
Yeah, so she finds some Omni-Man bloody suit. And she,
Yeah, no, she was led to it, I believe, by Damien leaving his notebook in her was it like walk-in wardrobe or something?
Yeah, she like realizes that some sort of the suit that would have all of the evidence on it
In the house somewhere. So she sends him off to go get groceries from different countries.
Yeah, and then she has 5 minutes to get all that shit together.
I swear it was. She set a 20-minute timer. I swear.
20-minute, 5-minute. Who the fuck cares? Anyway.
That's quite a big difference.
Shut
Just
up.
gonna put it out there.
Shut up.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Searchy happens.
Yeah.
And all that, whatever. Blah blah blah. There's a couple
Wait,
things.
is this the episode where Mark almost dies? No, it's not. No, my notes are fucked. But anyway, Mark is still in hospital at this point, isn't
he? He gets out.
Yeah, he gets out.
This is the first time he gets out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He gets out. Other people don't. Monster Girl's still in a really bad state.
Yeah,
Samson gets his powers
Yeah,
back.
Samson gets his powers back, which is solid.
Which is
pretty slick.
Which is.
Yeah.
I mean.
Love that for Black Lightning. Anyway.
Just leave that there. Just leave that one there.
It's not racist. I'm proud. It's fine. Anyway.
God's sake. Anyway, so we have a little interaction between Cecil and Omni-Man, in which it seems Cecil leads Omni-Man to believe that Damien is still alive and is being questioned.
Yeah.
Which is, again, we've been seeing Cecil do a lot of stuff.
Tell me lies, tell me feeling lies.
He's been doing a lot of stuff. He's been gathering a lot of stuff and doing a lot of weird things.
Yeah, he can be kind of saucy.
He do be being kind of sus, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We shall see.
Anyway. Was there anything else? Oh yeah, Mark and Amber make up again. For God's sake.
Yeah.
And they have that again. Mark's like, yeah, I'll be better again. Give me let's start over again. Starting over doesn't help because you aren't starting over. There's history.
Oh, no.
Stupid.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, okay. I'm looking. My notes are. Yeah, my notes are somewhat accurate. Yeah, but no. In this one, isn't it? Isn't episode 6? No, in episode 6 they go to that. They start over and then they go to the what's it called? The dude's. Yeah, they get back together. Things are going well, and then his best friend wants to go fuck his boy toy, who I'm pretty sure is a self-described boy toy from his perspective, and they.
I did not gather that. I'll leave that one to you.
Look, all I'm saying is he's clearly not there for his brain. As much as the dude has a brain, man's not looking at his brain when he's walking away, is he? He's looking at someone else.
Oh no!
He's looking at
no.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it do be fun.
He do be there for the air.
It's rather defined.
Yeah, if someone was like, if someone asked him straight up, why are you in this relationship? I'm pretty sure his response would be, Daddy.
I mean, they aren't in a relationship yet. He's just
so
thirsting over Rick.
Yeah,
Like, bad.
Yeah, he just need a tall glass of water. And it just means that boy be shaped like water, you know?
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, anyway.
So,
honestly, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about Mark forcing himself, onto that trip. Because it's kind of a douchey thing to do, really, when he's trying to get with his toy.
He asked. He may have been.
He forced his way in.
Okay, but in his defense, he's going there to see his crush or whatever, and they essentially want to go there for the school tour. So if it benefits the guy because it means that he can say, oh, I invited these people and now they're coming to the college or have some interest. It has a bit of a net benefit for everyone involved, kind of thing.
Does it?
Yeah, because it means, okay, your college is going to like you better if you end up getting people to want to join the college.
But no, I'm not talking about anything to do with college. I'm talking about the people in particular.
I mean,
Because I mean,
yeah, it's a bit of a dick move, but they're also like,
William's gonna want some time alone with his mans.
yeah, but you can still.
Because that's
that.
the whole point.
I mean, you can still have that. I'm just saying, I don't think Mark is a complete dick because they're best friends. So
I still think the way you did it was pretty dickish.
Yeah, I just think it's a scenario where if it were the other way, Mark would guarantee do the exact same thing for it.
He probably would, but I feel like Mark's like insistence was out of desperation, trying to like get Amber back, basically.
Yeah,
Even though they've made up, he's still like really
He's
self-conscious.
still a simp.
Simp!
He's still a simp.
Simp!
Little
Nice.
simp.
Guys, finished last.
No, just
Yeah.
stupid idiots in this life.
Oh yeah, and we have just before they headed off, we had another chat with Eve.
Yeah, Eve
Little chat with
to
Eve.
her mother, and then she's still ignoring her dad, which is really healthy and helpful to the conversation. You know, it's not like he's worried over her general safety. No, he just wants to hold her back. Clearly, that's all that happens. Yeah, it's a really healthy way of dealing with it. Yeah. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
That's my
whatever.
only criticism of Eve.
they-
Is the fact that her dad is really just concerned with her safety, so she could talk to him. She doesn't have to just ignore him.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say she particularly ignores him, and I feel like it is more down to the fact that she feels like he's trying to control her,
Yeah,
which especially at that point is very, very much like,
literally-
I don't want anything like
She
this.
literally evaporates the door, so he can't interact with them.
But yeah, he can just walk around the back, it's fine. And he does.
Okay, yeah, but my point is, I get that that's how she feels, but if that's how you go in with every interaction you have with your parents, that's not helpful, because it just makes things worse if you go off of how you assume things to be rather than the reality of it. Even if the dad thinks he just wants to be controlling, you need to dig a little deeper, because all you're doing is hurting your own relationship and yourself.
I mean, I still think that it probably was in Eve's best interest to get out of there.
Yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't, I'm just saying there are better ways to do it then.
I mean, there's always retrospectively better ways to do things.
Oh no, I'm not saying retrospectively, I'm saying there are basic level of understanding. She knows her parents more, so I'm sure there is a
Well,
way
you don't know that.
she knows her parents more than I know her parents. That's what I'm saying. I can say for a fact that if you lived with your parents, I don't know them as well as she does.
But even in that case, I mean, you don't know how close they may be.
No, that's
Seemingly,
not what I'm
they
saying.
are.
Okay, that's not what I'm
close.
saying. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that they're close. I'm just saying that you would know your parent enough to know that to like just try and leave it at like this is just like what I want, or this is just I'm going to try and be safe or shit. Because even later on when Mark says, I just want you to be safe, she's like, Jesus, Mark, you sound just like my dad. And I'm like, motherfucker, what's wrong with that? He is your friend and he's concerned for your general health and well-being, and your response is, Jesus, you sound just like my... Shut up.
That comment I definitely don't agree with. From Eve, I agree with you on that one.
It's like that kind of scenario where it's just like, what is it? What do you want? What do you want your people to just not give a fuck about your general health and well-being? Like, just like have a conversation. Like this is like, as much as I feel like this isn't a critique of this show. This is a critique of humans in general. Have a fucking conversation for once in your fucking life. Jesus fucking Christ, it's not a fucking art. Anyway, this is why I don't like people. People suck.
Hey.
Anyway.
Let's move on to Omni-Man finding his bloody suit is gone.
Oh no, we
And it's
haven't gone
been
that
replaced
far
with
yet.
sheets.
No,
Yeah, we have.
No.
We have.
No,
Wait, it's after the talking to Eve bit.
No. He finds out his suit is missing, and then I think
Yeah.
we go back to the college thing.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
That's what I said. All I said is his bloody suit.
Yeah. I thought you meant he found out that. I thought we skipped way further. Like.
Well, no, he does. He does at this point see that it's been replaced with sheets.
Yeah. But then, yeah.
That's all we see for now.
So at the college thing, robot.
I completely forgot to mention right at the start. We see the college, and we see someone called Doug getting captured.
Oh yeah.
And he was taken into some weird
voiced,
place, tied up, given a metal hand.
Mark, he may be voiced by the guy who plays
Justin Roiland, yeah.
Yeah,
Justin Roiland. Which was pretty cool. I did recognise his voice. I was like,
funny.
I swear that's him. But yeah, also he had his vocal cords chopped out, which is quite funny.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because he wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, makes sense. Fair. So Robot Boy starts to operate, makes him robot, and then you see once they get there, Amber and what's his name? Best friend boy.
Best friend boy.
Mark's best friend. What's his name?
William.
Yeah, William be thirsting.
Over Rick as always.
Yeah. So and then they go to a class, and
we meet Sinclair.
Yeah, Sinclair. He's just like, humans need to be upgraded with technology. We're just like, we need a software update. And then Eve does Eve things while she's
Amber.
Amber does Amber things, and she's like, well, you're a dick.
Oh yeah, I thought it was quite funny. Rick confronts him. He's like, typical alpha male.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, he's gay. What do you mean typical alpha male? Like, he's just not. Because the typical alpha male would deck you. What alpha male do you see going, hey, why don't we just have a conversation and chill? Like, no alpha male is this, I don't know, nice. Because they're too busy being, defensive.
Anyway, there's the whole thing where Rick and William go off together and like, oh, you guys are together, blah, blah, blah. They're going around having fun, making out, whatever. Mark and Amber, I mean.
Yeah, they're
No, the other two probably are.
Yeah,
we don't see that, but they probably are.
My headcanon is they be.
Let's be real. Yeah. That makes sense. And spoilers, they have.
Yeah,
But anyway.
It seems in character from Williams first.
Yeah. Anyway. We get the shock of the human robot hybrid.
Oh no! Before that, Amber is like, "Oh, this school is great. They have so many social justice programs." Like,
oh wait, I don't remember that. I might have skipped over that bit because I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, it was very cringe because I'm like, you know what I go to school for? Social justice. You know what I look for in school? Things I can Google. That's what I like to waste my money on. Yeah.
Whatever. That is kind of. She is just like that.
Yeah, she be cringe.
So.
Anyway,
it's like, yeah.
Robot Man shows up. He be smashing and thrashing. Amber goes to help someone. William goes to help. Goes to try and save his boy
Rick.
Toys.
Throws cans.
No, you know what? You said his real name. He's now Boy Toy to me.
He's Rick. He has a name. He's not an object.
Boy Toy. He is an object to William at the moment. So that's how I'm proceeding accordingly. William is only there for that sweet ass. So that's how
he's just a hunk to.
Yeah. He's just a slab of meat that looks attractive to William at the moment. So that's how I'm proceeding.
Anyway, he saves Rick.
Yeah,
by
and
throwing
then
cans.
Omni-Man Mark Invincible be coming in and be saving.
Oh yeah, he did. Though it is worth
Mark
mentioning.
Does grab someone and go.
He grabs someone, and it is. We would assume that he took them away.
Yeah, and then he
before he changed.
He takes the opportunity to change and then come in with the bing bang bosh of
Saves
fearlessness.
William, man.
Yeah, and then William, while being like 3 feet away, immediately goes, Mark, and he goes, run. And Mark goes, run, bro. This is not the time.
Get out of here, man. What are you doing?
Yeah. And just want to point out, Amber doesn't find out at that moment.
No.
Or if she does find out, then she clearly doesn't let on, whatever the fuck.
No.
And so him and the robot fight. The robot gets his face ripped off and realizes that he's a monster and then kills himself. Mark switches back, and then as he goes to say, I went to call the police, Amber immediately is like, you're lying. And I immediately
You ran away. I know you did.
Yeah. Like, the fact that you're this so uncharitable to Mark, that you think he's such a coward that he would rather run away and wait until everything is sorted out before helping you, even though you saw him going and trying to save people. So the fact that you're this uncharitable kind of pisses me off. But and then she like goes, we're done, and
It storms off. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Fuck that bitch.
Whatever.
This ain't shit, but yeah. Then they go back to the dorm room. Amber steals Boy Toy's bedroom. Kind of a dick move. Sorry, Boy Toy. You deserve better.
Well, I mean, she's not there for long, so.
I don't care. Don't steal my fucking room.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, get the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, he was weirdly quick to just accept that she just had the room now.
Yeah, I'd be absolutely livid if I invited you to my house and you steal my.
What? She wasn't even invited.
Yeah, you bitch, you weren't invited, and then you go and steal my room. No, bitch, get the fuck.
Just you may be pissed.
Yeah.
But no, not allowed.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. You could be having you could be on death door, and that still doesn't give you the fucking right.
Good choice to avoid that one.
Yeah. All I'm saying is fuck that bitch.
Yeah, whatever. Stuff occur. Now, this is where we skip back to the suit.
Yeah.
At this point in time, to Art, whose name honestly I forgot and had to check because it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
In which Debbie finally is forced to realise the truth, as much as she doesn't want to accept it.
Yeah, that. Well, it's not even. She hasn't even completely accepted it. She thinks he had a good reason.
Yeah, I think that was until he mentioned he showed the fact that the oldest blood is on the fists. He struck first.
Oh no, still up to the point until she confronts him. Thinks that he like legitimately had some sort of like she wasn't either mind controlled or like there was something like that happened to him. She still like until he the scene where like you find out why he's there, still is like there has to be some sort of explanation.
Oh, she hopes.
Yeah, she's hoping. I think.
It's that there's some form sitting there, but she just pissed. She's just fed up of the lies and everything. Just hate him.
Why you always lie?
Oh my god. And
Anyway.
meanwhile, Eve's just being a G, helping people out, saving people's lives, stopping forest fires, growing crops, stopping landslides, that kind of thing. You know, just your daily stuff.
To be fair, the only problem I have is with the forest fires because those are a natural occurrence, and you could potentially be like fucking the ecosystem with your casual no, I'm just gonna make things grow even bigger. Like those like in terms of like messing with nature, even slightly, nature is like a temperamental bitch. Just like, what, you fixed shit? How fucking dare you die? So I'm pretty neutral on how good Eve is doing at the moment, is all I'll say.
I don't know if I agree with the fact that it's temperamental, but I don't see how that could have a negative effect. You know what I mean? It's more a case of me being like, she's just trying her best.
No, I think
She really is.
I'm what's called like the Australia thing where rabbits are becoming a problem. Like just like basic shit like that where you just want rabbits and now you have an infestation where you have to decide, do you want rabbits or do you want everything else?
Yeah, it's like at that point, do you need to introduce a predator
Yeah, it's like little
to keep the population under control?
As much as like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she's trying her best, but there could be consequences to her actions.
But again, that's a repeating thing. There will be consequences to everything.
Yeah. But at the same
But
time,
I still like Eve a lot.
Yeah,
so
the consequences
whatever.
for Eve are just, oh, I made a mistake. Let me just reverse it.
There you go.
Rather than doing this, let me start a forest fire. That'll fix it. Balancing out. There we go. Sorted. Anyway, go.
Go. So we get a little snippet, snippet of robot who we see forcing the blue boys to grow a body for him.
Yeah, that cheeky old body of his.
Of Rex for some reason.
Alright, yeah.
Well, I don't know why you choose Rex, but
Yeah, I don't know why you choose that son of a bitch. Anyway.
I mean, since it wouldn't be used as a mental, it's just a physical body, then it makes some sense.
Yeah.
Because if it's anything to do with the blue boys, then we're talking about like mind copying.
Yeah.
So
that duplication.
the mental state wouldn't matter. But this is the point where I'm like, okay, Amber, it's time to just chill the hell out.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
She decides to go to a frat party.
Mm-hmm.
She gets invited and goes to a frat party, which,
Like a bitch.
like, come on now.
Bitch.
Like, ugh. And then, like, even more of a bitch, Mark decides to go after Amber instead of trying to find Rick,
Yeah, like a
who seems to
asshole.
be having some issues.
Yeah, he's missing, and
I-
your bitch ass still tries to prioritize the wench from the west.
That does not give one about you.
I
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah, and then Mark sees Amber at the party and he's like,
Yeah, she's
whatever, who cares?
She is so close to cheating on him until
Yep.
she finds out the dude she's about to like.
has a girlfriend.
Yeah, like if you don't want to call it cheating, then like I don't know, like I get because since they're like broken up at that point, I guess you call it like just being a dick after 5 minutes of being broken up with.
Immediately looking for a rebound.
Yeah. But regardless, it's still the only reason she doesn't go through with it is not because she is so in love with Mark or such a good person that she chooses, her morals. No. The dude has a girlfriend. Which makes her look. The show the show doesn't know how to make her look good, and it accidentally makes it even worse.
I mean, I'm not sure if that was the plan is to make her look good anymore, but who knows?
I don't know. I don't know what the show is trying to say with her.
But yeah, now I'm gonna quickly go and question William for a minute. Why the hell are you climbing into the sewers?
You know what, Fair? If you know what,
You see your man's broken phone on the floor, and evidence leads that he's been not by his own accord being forced into the sewers, and you just get in.
Fair, yeah, I do it.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, desperation in it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I understand, yeah, maybe if desperate or whatever. But,
I'm thinking of it from an individual perspective. He's thinking, well, the superhero hasn't shown the fuck up, so I guess I have to do it myself.
Guess I have to sort it out myself.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot less more complicated than the Mars question because it's one stupid teenager rather than an entire
civilization.
entity. Yeah, it's one stupid decision, not a global species. But yeah, he calls Mark. Mark is like, not now, and sees robots being behind him, and then flies about.
Finally decides to
yeah.
give up on Amber and just goes after his best mate.
You know
who's
what
always
worse
been
is?
there.
He questions it. He questions whether, should I stay and go simp for Amber more or save my fucking friend's life?
Yeah.
That was a question that he had to think about.
If he'd hesitated for any longer, his best friend would have lost limbs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So,
weakness.
weak.
Anyway.
And unwarranted weakness because really, for Amber.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I forget William gets restrained and he's like, oh yeah, I took out your boy toy's prefrontal cortex. There it is on the side over there.
Yeah. Trauma. Then
that's
apparently
pretty
these
funky.
robots are so strong they can fucking wail on a Viltrumine, which is terrifying.
Yeah, Mark got kind of destroyed by like
Yeah.
3 of them at once, which is very scary.
So,
But Rick in his glory
suddenly regains consciousness after seeing the majesty which is William.
William saying about how they met in the summer and they had sex by the water.
Yeah.
Which is, you know what?
Yeah, you
fair
moved
play.
his brain, but his
horniness is still there.
You've got to remove his horny. it was stronger than any force you could come to know.
And yeah, Rick saves Mark. There you
Yeah.
go.
And then
Good
Mark
boy.
does some fuck shit, and then Cecil
Oh
says,
yeah, I forget. William absolutely wails on Sinclair. He properly beats him, and Mark just bitch
Mark
slaps him.
punches him so hard his jaw is in pieces. It's not just, oh yeah, your jaw kind of fucked, bro. You got a broken jaw. It's shattered. Another thing to hold on to is Mark's rage kind of makes sense later on. But we'll get there, fam. We'll get there. But so we go to the final bit where they drive back, and Mark is still continuing to be the better human, trying to talk and communicate and discuss things like, I don't know, an adult with maturity, because this is the first time I've seen maturity and a show not actually acknowledging, which pisses me off. But I digress. So he tries to talk to Amber. Amber's not having anything. Then he turns up the radio like, oh, bitch. And then they basically go home. Well, they go to Amber's house, and then William's like, so you're invincible? What the fuck, bro? Why? This is what you've begun. Then he goes to try and talk to Amber, and he's about to reveal it. Amber slams the door in his face like a cow, and then he ends up going to her bedroom window, flying in, and going, oh, well, I'm invincible. This is why I'm been late. This is why I'm this. And she's ignoring him, and she's going, yeah, I already knew. She already knew. She accused him of being a spineless coward, so weak that he couldn't even stand by his friends while they were potentially dying. But apparently all of that was a lie. She knew that that was him. The main crux of why they broke up was her pretending that she was upset so she could have a reason to break up without revealing her secret. So she's a fucking liar and very manipulative, but Mark is the bad guy for not revealing his most darkest secret. Yeah, that could put her in danger if she knew. Yeah, but the problem is you lied to me. But what did you do? You kind of lied 10 times more. And you also you kind of emotionally I wouldn't say manipulated, but you definitely you definitely lied about your emotional state to I don't know, hide the fact that you knew, even though it makes no sense logistically for you to lie about knowing, because that's literally your entire problem. You telling him that you know fixes all of the issues you have. So it doesn't even make you literally lied for no reason. So yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like Amber in this.
And then Amber tells him to go away, Flyboy. And again, the show doesn't acknowledge that, and she doesn't acknowledge that. You know what Mark should have done at that point? Listen here, you little shit. I literally almost died multiple times trying to save people's lives, and your bitch ass is whinging because I didn't prioritize you over other people's lives. And you're seriously gonna look me in the face and say that? No, bitch. We are done. Don't call me, don't speak to me. If you come to my house, I will throw you into the fucking sea.
I will throw hands.
So yeah. Bye, wench. And then that's how it should have won. And then the audio, then they should have edited it so the screen, like someone pulls away from the screen and it's someone watching on TV, and then the audience cheers.
Oh, that would have been pretty great.
Yeah.
But
So
no.
yeah. And then after that, good old Debbie Doo, she after finding out that it was definitively Nolan who did the cheeky old murder. She gets drunk waiting for him to get home, and he's like, "Why'd you do it?" And he's still trying to feign ignorance. He's like, "You're drunk, you know. I will speak to you and we'll talk about this later." She throws the bottle at his forehead and says, "Fuck you, Nolan." And he decks a hole in the wall. And then the episode ends with mystery and intrigue. And
Honestly, respect Debbie for actually being able to like stand up to him.
Yeah, she needed to be drunk, but Debbie and G, this is why we stand, Mum. We stand, Mother Deb.
Mother dearest.
Mother Deb. Mother dearest. Mother.
Please.
Yeah, so that's basically what we got, fam.
Because really, we're getting into like the final, well, the finale basically, towards where everything's gonna finally start coming together. At the moment, things are still everything's still pretty much in like pieces.
Yeah, it hasn't solidified yet for you, like it has for us because we finished and watched the show, but it hasn't solidified for you, the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Do you want to come upon this tree and do the outro with me?
I am currently nowhere near you.
Cringe. Well, I have shaded, so it's beautiful, so I don't need you.
Okay, whatever. Though, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with where the show has gone. I'm glad I finally got around to watching it, because I saw it so many times just there and was like, you know what, I can't really be bothered.
Yeah. I have got mixed up notes. I put my Amber notes in episode 7. I'm stupid.
Oh, okay. There's probably quite a lot of them, so...
Yeah. No, it's only one. It's just that Amber knew for fucking weeks.
We despise this one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We do not stand. But, yeah, so... You know, next week you'll get the final Omni Who's He What's It, and maybe we will discuss other things or a movie, or we'll just have a little chit chat to see where things are at.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I'm not sure, but is this going to be out before Friday?
Yeah, probably.
Then next time will be more Fall Guys.
Yeah, Fall Guys.
More Fall Guys on Friday.
Yeah, we'll be streaming on Friday. So make sure to like and subscribe, gamers. Click that motherfucking like button, and make sure you comment your favorite part of the podcast, and tweet me at go fuck yourself. Say goodbye.